Right now, Wisconsin could recognize a different kind of medicine and the doctors who practice it, what it is, and how the Wisconsin Medical Society is limiting it.
Also a shakeup in the race for governor after Kevin Nicholson announces his campaign, what the other Republican candidate, Rebecca Clayfish, is saying about that decision.
And later, you may have seen them rolling around the UW campus, how these helpful little robots are changing the food delivery business. News 3 Now at 6 starts right now. A form of natural medicine could become recognized and regulated in Wisconsin.
The legislature has passed a bipartisan bill clearing the way for naturopathic doctors to be recognized as doctors in Wisconsin. Naomi Coles explains.
About half of all states has some form of regulation for naturopathy, dating back to 1919 when the state of Washington became the first. Naturopathy is essentially a form of family medicine that emphasizes natural remedies. But some of its doctors have also become embroiled in opposing the basic confirmed science of COVID vaccines. The Wisconsin Medical Society, first opposed and is now neutral on the bill, says there's a place for naturopathy, but it's limited. They helped limit the bill so that naturopaths can't prescribe controlled drugs.
We feel, again, that a lot of education is different. We did not feel it was appropriate for naturopaths to be prescribing medications, including controlled substances, especially in light of the current opioid epidemic.
Now, under this bill, a 7-member board would regulate their licensing. I asked the governor's office whether Evers plans to sign the bill. Now that it's cleared both chambers of the legislature, they didn't respond.
Naomi, thank you. Republican Kevin Nicholson shaking up the race for governor, announcing he'll be running against Rebecca Clayfish for the Republican ticket. Nicholson, an outspoken backer of former President Trump, is running as an anti-establishment outsider in a bid to capture conservatives who have not gotten behind Clayfish's candidacy. No love lost between Nicholson and Clayfish. During his campaign announcement, Nicholson said she's part of the political machine. Last week, Assembly Speaker Robin Vos said Nicholson running would make defeating Governor Evers more difficult and told him not to. Now, as for Clayfish, she is responding to Nicholson's campaign announcement. She says he has the right to run, but his attacks on her and Speaker Vos are focused in the wrong place.
And I know he may be very angry that he can't run for United States Senate, but the rest of us are angry too. It's just that our anger is focused on Tony Evers' failed leadership.
The Republican primary set for August 9th. The winner will face Governor Evers in November. Governor Evers unveiling an election year plan that would put $150 back into your pocket. If approved, every Wisconsinite would get a $150 refund and $150 for each dependent. So a family of 4 would get $600. It's thanks to the surplus money in the state. Governor Evers says his plan would also help boost K-12 education funding and ease the cost of child care.
That means a little less stress and a little more wiggle room in a family budget and help those who really need it.
You may want to hold off on spending that money, though. The governor's plan would have to be approved by the Republican-controlled legislature to take effect. Republican leaders say they want to use that money for a tax cut in 2023 after this year's election. Senator Ron Johnson in Dane County this morning. Today, he talked to parents concerned with school closing and kids wearing masks.
How long the schools were shut down, masking. Heard from parents with children with asthma, that type of thing. So I'd rather have them speak to the issues, but I just met with them for about an hour, 15 minutes.
Senator Johnson also clarifying the viral clip online from Tuesday of him saying parents are responsible for their own children and that spending on child care is, quote, the last thing we should be talking about, saying this time the government's role in our society is to help people who can't help themselves or help people help themselves.
The Wisconsin Supreme Court is ruling that state lawmakers can hire private attorneys at taxpayer expense even before a lawsuit has been filed. The 4-3 ruling came in a case that challenged Republican legislative leaders hiring attorneys last year to handle lawsuits over redistricting before one had been filed. Attorney contracts call for paying them more than $1 million in taxpayer money. The Supreme Court heard arguments in the main redistricting case last week and could issue their ruling soon. That will determine which maps should be enacted, setting political district lines for the next decade. A Nebraska-based voting machine company says they will not comply with subpoenas issued by Michael Gableman. Attorneys for election systems and software called the subpoenas a, quote, quintessential fishing expedition. The subpoenas are part of the ongoing probe into the 2020 election. Republican Assembly Speaker Robin Vos hired Gableman to investigate at a cost of $676,000 in taxpayer money. Well, after a brief warm-up today, colder weather returns tonight. Let's check your certified most accurate forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi.
Charlotte, almost felt like a heat wave out here this afternoon with temperatures in the lower 30s. Live view from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville, not showing any flurries there. Starting to see just a couple of flakes of snow fall out of the clouds here in the backyard on Doppler track. You see just a few flurries dropping through much of southern Wisconsin. Visibilities right now at or above 10 miles with the exception of Madison, down to 9 miles, so the snow not falling very hard. High temperature today, 35 in Madison, 36 in Janesville. Even the Dells hit the freezing mark, but right now those temperatures have started to come down. Janesville still at 32, but Madison's dropped to 27, 22 in the Dells, and already down in the teens up by Camp Douglas, where wind chills are in the single digits and soon to drop below zero. By tomorrow morning, look for low temperatures here in Madison around 3 below zero, with wind chills as cold as 15 below. High temperature tomorrow, not nearly as mild as today. High of 15 expected for tomorrow. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes a system that could bring us some accumulating snow the middle part of next week.
Gary, thank you. Madison police are recommending a set of hit-and-run charges for a man believed to be responsible for a deadly crash. 14-year-old Jeremiah Broomfield, a freshman at La Follette High School, died of injuries suffered in that crash. The driver of the vehicle Broomfield was in suffered minor injuries. A 12-year-old passenger also suffered serious injuries. The suspect's currently being held in the Dane County Jail. We will not name that individual until formal charges have been filed in court. We now know the identity of the 62-year-old man killed after a delivery truck hit him in Madison yesterday. Jay Ringelstetter was taken to a hospital after the incident where he later died from those injuries. The crash still under investigation. Authorities say the driver of that delivery truck is cooperating.
A 34-year-old man is in police custody in connection with the Beloit shooting that left a woman dead. Yesterday afternoon, officers responded to the 1400 block of Madison Road for a report of a gunshot victim. When they arrived, officers found a 31-year-old woman who had been shot. She was taken to a hospital and later died. Police arrested the suspect on tentative charges of first-degree homicide related to domestic violence and possession of a stolen firearm. 4 people of interest are in police custody in connection to the killing of 6 people at a Milwaukee home on Sunday. Right now, no one has been charged. In a press conference today, police say they are still investigating the connection these 4 have to the crime. They also say dispatchers received a 911 call 12 hours before the bodies were found. The caller claimed she was shot along with several others and gave 2 addresses. Neither was the exact location the bodies were found, and no evidence was found that shootings happened there. Police later determined the caller was not one of the victims. They're still investigating how the call may be related to the bodies found.
We have an important programming note for you about tomorrow. Due to the PGA Farmers Insurance Open, we will not be airing News 3 Now at 4, 5, and 6 on TV. Instead, News 3 Now at 5 and 6 will be streamed on our OTT streaming app, Channel 3000 Plus, and also channel3000.com. There won't be a 4 o'clock show tomorrow. Coming up, could we finally see the end of the pandemic? Why health experts say we're not out of the woods just yet.
Plus, a new clinic opening next month is getting some much-needed help from SSM Health, who they're specifically looking to help.
You're watching Madison's fastest-growing newscast, News 3 Now at 6.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's multi-million-dollar clearance event is on now. Save up to half off appliance clearance items while they last. Plus, no interest financing for 12 months on all appliances with no minimum purchase. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Bring new life to your home with paint and lighting from Menards. Lithonia Lighting, new construction recessed housing is easy to install. Right now they're on sale for $6.99 each. Finish the project off with paint from Dutch Boy. Dutch Boy Platinum Plus paint is a paint and primer in one with exceptional stain resistance and washability. A gallon of interior flat paint is on sale for only $29.96 after rebate now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
With eye care, the medicine you need may cost less than ever before. New in 2022, you pay a $0 copay for all of your Medicare-eligible Part D drugs up to the coverage gap. Then your cost will be the typical extra help copay amount. You'll also receive up to $2,500 in dental benefits and $300 in vision benefits. Call the Eye Care Benefits Helpline for a free consultation to get all the benefits you're entitled to. Rest easy. Eye Care is looking out for you and your health.
If you stutter on the phone, speech-to-speech is for you.
Hi, Nihada. This is Andy Smith, and I was calling to see if our home loan has been approved?
A specially trained operator revoices the conversation to the person on the other end of the line.
Hi, Nahada. This is Andy Smith, and I was calling to see if our home loan has been approved.
Oh, Andy, we have great news. You've been approved for the full amount.
To learn more about speech-to-speech relay service, go to wisconsinrelay.com.
It's here, Wisconsin. Ashley Home Store's mega clearance event is on now. Millions of dollars worth of in-stock clearance, floor sample, and special purchase furniture and mattresses must be sold. This is your chance to save as much as 85% off while it lasts. Plus, no interest financing for 3 years store-wide. Only at Ashley Home Store.
The U.S. appears to be moving toward a future when COVID-19 is no longer a crisis, but rather something to protect against and treat. While COVID-19 deaths and hospitalizations are still high across the U.S., new cases seem to be receding in many states, down 20% overall. But not all states have reached their Omicron peak just yet. Johns Hopkins reporting more than 600,000 cases and more than 2,300 deaths a day. Officials stressing again to get vaccinated and get boosted.
If you are boosted, you are 68 times less likely to die than if you are unvaccinated.
Top U.S. health officials say that while we don't know what will come after the Omicron variant, we are in better shape than we've been in the past, thanks in part to better testing, vaccinations, masking, and treatment capabilities.
SSM Health is donating equipment to a nonprofit focused on improving Black men's health. Today, Aaron Perry and the Rebalanced Life Wellness Association dropped by the Fish Hatchery Clinic to pick up the items. Some of it included exam tables, cabinets, and other medical equipment. They help open the Perry Family Free Clinic on February 24th. Both uninsured and underinsured Black men will be able to get a free primary care visit.
We believe that health care is a right and everyone should have access to it, and so we're really excited that this free clinic is going to reach those men that often have kind of fell off the radar, and so we will be pulling them in and helping them get the health care that they need.
The Perry Family Free Clinic says they've identified 700 uninsured and underinsured Black men in the community.
The cost of rent still going up and still ahead the latest numbers and what's partially to blame for that rise.
Plus, at your service, Mark Kane takes a look at the growing popularity of delivery robots and how they're making a difference on the UW campus.
And we saw a bit of a warm-up today, but it won't last long. Gary's got your complete forecast after the break.
How much money have you wasted trying to find the right shade of foundation to match your skin tone? You end up with so many unused bottles, yet you can't bear to throw them out. Now there's Color Beauty Self-Adjusting Foundation, which means you'll never search for the perfect shade again.
It's really difficult for me to find a good tone foundation. I usually purchase about 3 or 4 and sometimes mix them. Color Beauty is a game changer in finding the right foundation. You put it on your skin and it transforms into your own skin tone.
The Color Beauty foundation is so simple to put on. My skin looks great and it just looks awesome.
The key to the innovative Color Beauty formula is tiny color beads that release and blend to perfectly match your skin tone as you apply it. The foundation is white when it comes out of the bottle, but when I begin to apply it, it adjusts to blend perfectly with the color of my skin.
My biggest problem area is my cheeks right here. Color Beauty feels really light on my skin, and I can tell that it is pretty full coverage, so it looks like I don't have too much foundation on, but it is covering all my acne scars like I was saying before. I actually really love it.
It's weightless and it's full coverage, and also it literally just matches my skin as soon as I put it on. It's no work. I've never experienced a foundation like this.
Color Beauty only comes in 2 colors, light and medium. If you have fair skin or you burn easily, go with the light. If you have darker skin, go with the medium. Plus, with an SPF of 50, they're getting the highest level of sun protection in a lightweight formula. And best of all is Color Beauty's exclusive special. Order this New Year's and get 40% off. That means you'll get the color adjusting foundation, the skin smoothing primer, and the fan favorite lash enhancer for thicker, longer looking lashes at 40% off. Plus, get free shipping. Visit color40.com or call the number on your screen.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health question.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Starting this week, some 66,000 UW students, staff, and faculty have returned to campus for the spring semester.
And joining them are 35 autonomous delivery vehicles. It's a technical name for some very cute food delivery robots. They've been on campus since the fall of 2019.
But as our Mark Kane found out, weather, COVID, and a worker shortage has made the robots more popular than ever.
These Starship autonomous bots have been rolling around the UW campus for over 2 years now. Some humans were a little uneasy at first.
But as time went on, students really adapted to it. They really took them in as part of the campus community now.
Peter Testry is the Director of Dining and Culinary Services on campus.
It provides the gift of time from our perspective. Students do not have to stop studying. They don't have to stop doing whatever it is they're doing to order food from us, and it can be brought right to wherever they are.
Order fries. Like everything else these days, it's all done on an app. Sophomore Jared Lenzendorf is a big fan of the service.
It's so nice not to have to hike 15 minutes to go get food. I can just order it straight to where I live, and it's just really helpful.
He opens the app on his phone, pins his location on a map, like Uber, and orders his food. A human loads up the order, and it's on its way. Delivery time, about 20 minutes or so.
It can vary. At the beginning of the year, wait times can be relatively long because students are new to campus. They are taking selfies with them. They're stopping to dress them up.
When they were first introduced, food services wanted to name the little guys.
I had a lot of dreams of putting flames and dressing them up as R2-D2 and things like that, and was quickly told no.
San Francisco-based Starship Technologies actually own and operate the robots. They collect the $2 delivery fee. The UW pays nothing for them. They become as much a part of campus as exams, dorms, and parties, and they are a big hit.
They add to the campus experience. They're a part of our community. We love them. They sometimes get a little lost, but we help them out, and, you know, they stay out of our way.
And the robot's popularity has surged during the pandemic. A sharp increase, 200 to 300 more orders a day, up from 400 a day pre-pandemic.
It has allowed students, faculty, or staff that want to remain at their location, in their room, in their offices, whatever the case may be, to do that and to still have hot food brought to them on a regular basis.
So it's little wonder these little wonders are now ingrained into campus life.
Yeah, if one tips over, students put them back up. During Halloween, we have students that dress up like them. We regularly get calls of people that are concerned that someone is stealing a robot or doing something they shouldn't be doing to it. So yeah, the students on campus most certainly look out for them and help them out if they need help. It's almost as the campus pet.
A very cute campus pet.
They are interestingly cute, yes, most certainly.
On the UW-Madison campus, I'm Mark Kane, News 3 Now.
And here's something you probably didn't know. You do not have to be associated with UW-Madison to order food from a robot. You just download the Starship app and actually be on university property.
Cost of rent continues to rise across the U.S. According to Realtor.com's monthly rental report, prices rose 5 times faster in 2021 than the year before. The national median rent for a one-bedroom home in December, $1,600, up more than 19% over the year before. Rent tumbled during the beginning of the pandemic in 2020, but gained momentum last year. The resurgence partly driven by big city renters moving to smaller rental markets. Temperatures were up today, but we hope you enjoyed it. It's over. Gary's got your complete forecast.
Yeah, some snow flurries moving on through right now. That's the leading edge of the colder air that's dropping southward across southern Wisconsin, and those temperatures already starting to fall. 3 things you need to know. Bitterly cold air returns for tonight and tomorrow night. Temperatures both nights expected to be below 0 with wind chills down to 15 below 0. We'll look for a slow warm-up Tomorrow will be in the mid-teens, but will be around 20 on Saturday, mid-20s on Sunday, low 30s on Monday, and mid-30s on Tuesday. Most of that period will be dry. By Tuesday, though, we could see some rain and snow showers, and then we turn our attention to a system that could bring accumulating snow, especially in the Wednesday-Thursday time frame. As we take a look at future track from one of the longer-range computer models, this is the European computer model. This model shows that much of the day, Tuesday and into early Wednesday, should be dry. The snow starts to approach from the south during the day on Wednesday, and then it snows pretty steadily for Wednesday night through Thursday and into the early part of the day on Friday before everything pulls out later in the day on Friday. So this would be a longer duration snow, and some of the computer projections right now indicate the potential for a fairly significant winter storm across parts of northern Illinois and southeastern Wisconsin, even as far west as Madison, with the amounts tapering off farther to the west. Now, the U.S. longer range computer model shows a similar system. The difference here is, number one, we could see a mixture of rain and snow showers on Tuesday. The snow arrives a little bit earlier on Wednesday, but notice how it favors southeastern Wisconsin. By early Thursday morning already is starting to wind down, and we don't see any snow really Thursday night or Friday out of this system. So because of that, the heavier snow totals are more favored to be across parts of northern Illinois, maybe far southeastern Wisconsin with some lake effect, but Madison only a couple of inches and perhaps little or no snow up toward the Dells and areas to the north and west. So we'll keep an eye on this. Still quite a few days out. Certainly not even enough confidence to put an alert day in the forecast at this point. Temperatures right now are pretty comfortable, at least for this time of year, 27 in Madison, but notice to the northwest, those temperatures are already dropping, and the upper level winds are now shifting back to the north and northwest, driving a cold front with these flurries across southern Wisconsin. Behind the front, temperatures that are still in the 20s here drop into the teens, single digits, and then eventually below zero across parts of northern Minnesota, and wind chills right now are above zero across Wisconsin, but out to the west, they are dropping below zero. The good news is that the winds won't be very brisk either for tonight or tomorrow night. So the wind chills at this point are not looking to be brutally cold, but still dropping to between about 5 and 15 below zero, especially as skies clear out overnight. We'll see partly sunny skies tomorrow and partly cloudy skies tomorrow night before a few more clouds arrive on Saturday. By that time, winds will start coming in out of the south, and that will start our warm up with temperatures again, probably back into the 30s, at least for a couple of days next week. Overnight, 3 below zero for the overnight low temperature, bitterly cold with wind chills perhaps down to 5 to 15 below zero, maybe a couple of flurries early this evening. Tomorrow, partly sunny, very cold, high temperature at 15 degrees, 7 to 10 day forecast. Again, that warming trend early next week. A mix of rain and snow possible on Tuesday afternoon, changing to snow Tuesday night, accumulating snow possible Wednesday into Thursday, and then colder weather for the end of next week.
And coming up in sports, Brad Davison made Wisconsin history in the first half against Nebraska. How the Badgers beat the Huskers with ease. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
3 days only. Day Furs acquired over 500 new garments and cool weather accessories, and everything must go. Save 40 to 80%. Pre-owned furs starting at $49. All accessories 60% off at Day Furs this Thursday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Summer's coming, and so are those warm, relaxing weekends. No matter where your adventures take you, we've got you covered at the new Lake Home and Cabin Show, January 28th through the 30th at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Whether you're staying at a vacation rental, towing a teardrop trailer to sleep under the stars, or heading to a beloved family cabin, you'll find everything for your getaway lifestyle at the Lake Home and Cabin Show, January 28th through the 30th, Alliant Energy Center. Every weekend should be this fun.
Guys, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, Peak Performance for Men has a natural solution that can help you today. That's right. Stop wasting money on pill after pill that just masks your ED. Fix it for good. We can make the difference. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
3 days only. Day Furs acquired over 500 new garments and cool weather accessories, and everything must go. Save 40 to 80%. Pre-owned furs starting at $49. All accessories 60% off at Day Furs this Thursday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Attention Dish Network customers. WISC-TV's agreement with Dish ends January 28th. If a new agreement isn't reached, your access to local news and CBS programming will be eliminated. Learn more at channel3000.com.
The last time they were on the court, the Badgers saw their 7-game win streak snapped, and they've had some time to think about it. Wisconsin hasn't played since last Friday, but that turned out to be good because it gave Tyler Wall just enough time to heal up that ankle. Chucky Hepburn back in his home state taking on Nebraska, and Brad Davison was feeling at home in Lincoln. He needed 2 threes to become Wisconsin's all-time three-point leader. There's the record breaker. Davison had 17 first-half points. Badgers led by 8 at the break. Now, Johnny Davis didn't score in the first half. Changed that real quick. He spins and wins with the slam. Davis finished with 13. The Badgers beat the Huskers 73-65. If you love the program will love you back. That's what Michael Keys tells the Mineral Point girls basketball team just about every day. And the Pointers have been listening to his daily reminder. It's a mantra they're taking on and off the court. Michael Keys is the team first guy.
Good. Switch it up.
Always about the team. Whatever you need to do to get better yourself for the team.
And his is pretty darn good.
Hey, we got a good vibe here.
Mineral Point is undefeated, ranked #1 in Division 5.
Being runner-ups last year, I thought we could come back and hopefully race the gold ball.
And on a mission to bring home a state championship.
We definitely have a little chip on our shoulder. We definitely want to get back there.
To do it, it's going to take hard work.
You don't just wake up one day and get to where you want to be. You got to put in that work.
Or as Keys likes to remind his Pointers,
have a good drive for a great drive.
If you love the program will love you back.
If you come to practice every day and you give your best effort, if you come in the game, give your best effort, like, you're going to get rewarded for it. And the more time you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it.
But it's not just for on the court.
Basketball teaches you a lot, just outside. Hard work, perseverance will get you where you want to be in life. Even if things are hard, not going your way, you just got to push through that.
Because the program to Keys is life.
I saw what they're getting here, the work ethic, being held accountable, you know, how you treat people, your teammates. Of course, you hope that they carry that on, and it helps them here in college and in jobs and later in life. I think that's what coaching is about. Good, Kennedy. Good job, Kennedy Winger.
And after 3 seasons as Green Bay's offensive coordinator, Nathaniel Hackett is heading to Denver to become the new head coach of the Broncos. Matt LaFleur said earlier this week he'd promote within the organization if Hackett left. Quarterbacks coach Luke Getzky and offensive line coach Adam Stenovich are 2 names to watch as LaFleur tries to replace Nathaniel Hackett. Gary?
Well, there have been a couple of flurries out there. Live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam, not seeing them there. I saw just a couple in the backyard when I was on the patio. You can see them just showing up on radar very lightly here. Temperatures right now starting to fall off. 27 in Madison, but already in the teens north of the Dells. Wind chills right now, teens here, but single digits starting to show up to our north and west. And by tomorrow morning, look for a low temperature of about 3 below 0. Wind chills from 5 to 15 below 0. High temperature tomorrow only at 15 degrees. Back down to 5 below 0 by early Saturday morning, with wind chills to 15 below 0, high 20, a warming trend early next week. Then a midweek system to watch with the potential for accumulating snow Wednesday into Thursday, followed by colder weather at the end of next week.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.